Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatsMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, it's Friday's the day of the week. We turn to the BonBon buddies over on Patreon and say, hey guys, vote us in a map. And they've gone with this one. Originally a request from Delroy Clark over on Twitter. He and the BonBon buddies have broken the show. Yeah, I know. Why? Oh, right, okay. It's because I don't do re-reviews. But this one has snuck through. This is version 3 of a map that we've reviewed back 2 years ago, more or less. And yeah, don't go expecting me to re-review your map just because I've re-reviewed this one. You're not going to get that extra half a star that's going to give you that 5 stars. It's not going to happen. These things just occasionally slip in. So thanks, guys. Don't go expecting it. Do go expecting, though, that we'll be playing a little bit of BonBonBingo as we play along. Check off the memes as we go. And definitely go expecting me to remind you to... Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah, hitting that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is Bay of Plenty, version 3, final, the amended version of Bay of Plenty by Teddy Radko. Apparently this is the final version. Okay, now Bay of Plenty, this is not the New Zealand Bay of Plenty, which they cover very nicely in the description. There's your start square. We have got terrain heights. There's plenty of buildable space around the bay. Ah, I like that. There's an analogy for you. We have loads of resources as well, good and strong across the entirety of the map. And if you want to do some fishing and you've got Sunset Harbour, it's okay. I mean, if you've got plenty of shellfish, you can't complain. Off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, no DLC required today. Although I thought for a moment that there was. I had to triple check just to be sure, but there isn't. There may have been some sneak through. As a shout out to me and Imperator and certain other creators as well. And apparently all the problems in the last show have been removed, along with all the mass transit roads. So you don't even need that today. We'll be using the vanilla temperate theme and the realistic 1.2 LUT. And down to ground level. So this is a 100% vanilla map. So the tree that is poking through there, if you are playing 100% vanilla, these trees, and there will be a few of them, won't show. And I did and actually about switching off Anarchy today because that being the case. But I kind of want you to see how many there are, just so that you can make your own decisions. So where you see trees in the road, just ignore them. They are not there. In terms of tree count, we are well under the limit for the unlimited tree mod and stuff. So I think it's about 130,000 trees. So it gives you about 130,000 trees to play with if you want to do detailing on your map. So these trees that are hiding under the highways aren't really that critical. Don't worry about them. Okay, they won't show. And you can find a way around them using Anarchy settings if you have Anarchy. What we have got today, though, is a very, very sexy road layout and some very sexy intersections. The networking on today's map is of the top draw. Teddy Radko, if you're watching this, and I hope that you are, if you are watching this, take it from me, you've done an exceptional job with the networking. Okay, I'm going to have 1 or 3 grumbles because I always have 1 or 3 grumbles. Don't worry about that, okay? I've got a little bit of glitching coming through the highway there. I suppose that might be my biggest problem with the entire map right there. That one little bit there. Hey, listen, we can deal with it. But we have got last time round, episode 807, which was December 2019, I gave this map 12 stars, 4 in each category, and this was before we had sliding scales, so I couldn't tell you whether they were high or low 4s or whatever. But what I can tell you is today we're not going to score any lower than that, are we? Come on. You're not going to see standards drop. We're not going to spend ages working on the map, clearing out all of the problems, making all these sexy roads. And by the way, these 2-lane roads here, those aren't mass transit highways. These are zonable roads going through and around the start square. So it's fine. I got a bit paranoid about that, to reload the map just over that small section of road, just to be absolutely certain that we hadn't accidentally snuck in some mass transit roads. But there aren't any, so it's all good. It's all good. I was hoping to do the hard thing. 1 star because the map is broken. No, it's not broken. It's fine. This intersection here feels a bit clunky, but the more I look at it, the more it's actually okay. But it just at first glances sometimes just makes you take a second look. But every other intersection on the map, we look at that one, that's very slick. And look at it, just look how slick that is. It's like elastic bands draped across the map, and it's just beautifully done. And then we'll head off towards the edge of the map, and then we'll go ahead onto the rail. The rail's going to be very similar. There's not too much to say with the rail, apart from it's of a similar high standard, and there's nothing to grumble about really. Okay, so not until the second half of the show at the very least. So what we'll do is we'll talk about what is coming up on the channel. Now tonight, which is Friday, you'll know we have on Friday is the Let's Play. It's the island. Now I'm taking the break from the island for a few weeks because I've got a few critical tutorials that I want to record and get out. I don't want to throw in any spoilers because also I don't want any other YouTubers jumping in before me going, done it first, I beat BonBon. Right, so we've got an essential tutorial for anybody who plays with mods. Absolutely essential, and I'm not saying that it's I think the headline that I've got for this particular tutorial is over 1 million Cities Skylines players need this, must do this. So if you are one of a million players, if you're watching this show, you probably should watch it, probably. And if you don't watch this show and you play with mods, you probably should watch it, probably. Anyway, right, so there's that one. There's also, I was inspired by a post on Facebook. It's something that's not possible within the game, and I went, hang on a minute, I think we can. So I've got a tutorial, a kind of Let's Play tutorial. We'll be making a set piece, and that will probably be going out on Sunday because I've put it over to the BonBon buddies on Patreon to vote which one of these 2 videos to do first. Looks like that one's going to win. So on Sunday we're going to be breaking the game and doing something that cannot be done. And I mean, I've been on YouTube, I've been on Reddit, I've looked, I've done all the search terms. I cannot find anybody who has done this and publicly shared it. I mean, it might be out there, and if it is, then I bow to you for beating me to it. But I can't find it. You would have thought putting in, something that is so unique and so rare. I'm really excited by this one. I haven't actually recorded it yet, but I know it can be done. I know what I've got to do it. I've just got to actually physically do it. So look forward to that one. That'll be on Sunday. Other rounds, I told you the rounds are perfectly fine. Look at it. Look how beautiful it is. We'll be back after the intermission, which is coming up shortly, with the shipping, the water flow, and then we'll find a few things to grumble about, because there are 1 or 2 grumbles here and there across this map by Teddy Radko.
Have you ever torn a hole through the surface of the earth? Do blue mantle nightmares trouble you deeply? Then you need BonBonB's How to Fix Blue Mantle tutorial. Click the I button now.
And so back to Bay of Plenty version 3 final by Teddy Radko. Shipping routes, very nice. Look at the spacing between these shipping routes. You're not going to have any ghosting ships clipping through each other or anything like that. This is very nice. All the shipping routes go where you, and even one going through a perfectly high bridge to allow us access to the top of the bay. Honestly, very nice indeed. Very glad to see it. Best I've seen for a while. So what can I tell you? I mean, you couldn't ask for. Could you ask for more? I don't think you could ask for more. Water flow. We have water flow running through the Bay of Plenty. It comes out of this river here, and as we go across the bay, you think, oh, it's going to level out. Nope. Look, it's good and strong all the way through the bay. It's a perfectly workable watery system. Plenty of workable watery system in that bay. Oh, getting fed up with this. Bay of plenty. Stop it, Bonbon. Stop using the word plenty. Okay. I've used it plenty of times already. Right, so where were we? Shall we start again? Right, and go. Right, so the map as a whole. Editing, stop it. What we have, the map as a whole, is strong. It's a very pleasing map. Again, 100% vanilla. We're not even using a custom theme today. We do have the custom LUTs, but it definitely makes it slightly less yucky than the vanilla LUTs. Sorry, but the vanilla LUTs are. The tree painting, while basic, is absolutely on point for the map. I cannot fault that at all. I mean, perfectly lovely tree painting. The rivers are a little bit clunky, just a little bit clunky, but again, they're perfectly adequate for the map. But they're not going to win any awards for aesthetics. But again, they're perfectly good. I'm not complaining at all. Now, I love this bridge. This looks like a lifting bridge, and I love it. I absolutely adore it. It's simple. It's just simple. Nice, simple, non-lifting lifting bridge there. The beaches could do with a little bit of smoothing along the edge to get rid of this this cliff texture where it drops away. And here as well, this could be just like smoothed out a little bit, let the sand texture do its work. So in terms of beautification, there's more that can be done across the map. We do have a little bit of catenary chaos here and there, but again, it doesn't change or break the game in any way. And we have more lovely bridges. We skimmed over this one earlier, but it's just too good not to have a second look at, so I'm going to give full credit to that. And again, a perfect bridge here straddling the straits. This is very nice as well. Again, good strong work. We have up here, I don't know if I'm okay with this or not. I like the idea that we've actually got a little bit of a lake formed here, but it just doesn't feel the right shape. It just feels a bit awkward. So yeah, I mean, it's fine. I think it could be a little bit more fine. We've got the Essential Lighthouse, in orange, isn't she lovely? And in the distance, we've got a slightly clunky beach. The beaches are a bit clunky. We've also got, what's that? We've got a captain who cannot follow instructions. Stay away from the lighthouse. Although we could do with a little bit more sand around there as well. It just feels, again, that should be a sandbank, not a grassy area. And so, yes, I told you a few things to grumble about on the map. But all told, it's still, for a vanilla map, it's still a strong vanilla map. Anyway, down to the start square where we have our asset of the day. Here she is. And this one is the Small Brazilian Stores Pack 1 by Mntoes. And while this looks like it's a single asset plopped down, they are 3 separate assets. So you can shuffle them up. I'm sure there are more packs to come. So you'll be able to make any combination of Brazilian stores that you like. And then things went a little bit pear-shaped. Not for Mntoes and this asset or anything like that. It wasn't the asset that did this, but watch. The game freezes. And then it just disappears. So I had to reboot and start again. Anyway, factoids because factoids. As we had a crash, the game Crash Bandicoot mostly features the hero running away from the camera and was actually the very first platformer that wasn't a 2D side-scroller, a la Sonic the Hedgehog. Because of that, Crash Bandicoot's working title was actually Sonic's Ass Game. The bolder levels were later added so that you could see Crash's face. For the character, the developers were inspired by Taz the Tasmanian Devil from Looney Tunes. Until they discovered Bandicoots, the Crash was actually called Willy the Wombat. Willy the Wombat! I don't know if that would have worked so well. Small Brazilian Stores Pack 1 by Mntoes. They are very nice. As is the extra poppy lighting. I'm not sure what the difference is. Maybe it's just like midday and not 4 in the afternoon. But yeah, the lighting is a bit brighter on this final part of the show. Yeah, I don't know what caused that crash, but I guess playing with mods, you are going to expect the occasional oopsie. I'm expecting you to oopsie now by hitting the I button in the top right hand corner of your screen to vote on today's map. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Hit the I button now. I've already told you that. Link is in the description as well. And you can log in with a Facebook, Gmail, Apple or a Patreon account. But what do I think of today's map? Well, we've already given this 4 stars across the board once, and I think we're going to be doing it again. The aesthetics, like the beaches, could be better polished, but I think, again, the overall map design is strong enough, I feel, for 4 stars at the bottom end. So I'm going to do that one. But yes, there's room for improvement within the vanilla game. Detailing, we have got exceptional roads. I would be able to push definitely higher if we didn't have the trees underneath. But again, they don't really show. Do they count? Blah blah blah. But again, I think we'll go low end 4 stars again, which is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. It's all good. Excellent work. And gameplay potential, again, I think this is very playable. There could be a lot of people who want to play on this map. Excellent vanilla map. Let's go middle 4 again for that one. So Bay of Plenty version 3 final by Teddy Radko falls across the board, and another seal of approval, and it's a winner. Yeah, it's a winner, and we are good. And hang on. Oh dear. So editing. It's all in the editing. I need to get some sleep. Oh, yeah, I thought it was on fire, but it just all went to at the end of the show. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, if you're still here, you're part of the 20 and out elite. Use the word of the day in the comments. Score yourself some population points just for fun, and I'll be back tomorrow with another map in the What's Map series, and we'll start working on those tutorials because they're going to be good ones. I promise you that.